A lot of the content I discuss on this channel deals with mysteries and analyses centered on things that have happened in real life. As interesting as these topics are, the real world can only bring us so far down the abyss of horror. Sometimes we can experience fear through suspending disbelief and allowing the world of fiction to pull us in. So for today's video, we'll be diving into 10 chilling short films by our sponsor, CryptTV. We're all familiar with the elf on the shelf Christmas tradition. This creepy little elf is supposed to sit on the shelf to report back to Santa which kids have been naughty and which kids have been nice. It's supposed to be a fun little tradition to encourage holiday spirits. Well, this film follows a couple on Christmas that seems to have been put on the naughty list. Remember that video I made a while back about red rooms? Well, imagine a red room run by an animal activist, and you have yourself Savage Skies. This film depicts a poacher getting a very skewed form of justice while being live-streamed to the world. With a creative livestream point of view and a healthy dose of comedic relief, this film makes for a very interesting plot.
If we get to 100,000 likes and you haven't done her, we do you.
And you don't want us doing you.
Okay, that came out kind of weird, but you get the point.
The workplace can sometimes be a very miserable place to be. There's painstaking work, dealing with condescending superiors, oh, and in this case, a cursed statue. This poor girl in Stoneheart unfortunately has to deal with all three of these things. Luckily for her, however, she appears to have someone looking out for her.
I'll be damned if you aren't going to respect me enough to look me in the eye when I fire your ass! What?!
Make sure to give Stoneheart a well-deserved like for the great ending. The plot of Lunderman follows a woman just trying to wash her clothes until she gets interrupted by something. One of the aspects of this film that makes it so unnerving is its use of sheets hung up with the clothespins in the room. This very effectively built up suspense, as the audience is just as clueless as to where the monster is as the main character is. This creates a great opportunity for surprise. The Thing in the Apartment is one of CryptTV's longer films, but this allows the film to be much more in depth. I'm sure we have all gotten the feeling of another presence in the room at night, but what if that presence was something more than just an active imagination? This film follows a girl dealing with an unwanted visitor. Her close friend, Sam, tries to help her get to the bottom of this, but has no idea what she's getting herself into. The great part about films like these are the mystery it leaves behind. Why was this creature going after her specifically? What was the purpose? Be sure to leave a comment on The Thing in the Apartment if you have any theories. One of the main reasons this film made the list was because of the dark atmosphere it creates right from the start. 100% organic begins with a man who finds himself in some type of human slaughterhouse. If you're squeamish, you might want to look away from this poor guy being cut limb for limb by the conductor of this place. It isn't until the end that we find out the reason for all of this. Despite not being terribly common today, I'm sure a good amount of us have used a stereoscope at some point in our lives. This film gives a stereoscope a very dark twist. The plot entails a woman who anonymously receives a stereoscope at her door with a strange note. Instead of viewing pleasant images through this, however, she witnesses terrible horrors, each worse than the last.
Who are you?
Sunny Family Cult follows a group of teenagers talking about the urban legend of a murderous cult simply known as the Sunny Family Cult. What begins as a fun night quickly takes a dark turn as it becomes more apparent that one of them is part of the cult. If you enjoyed the original Sunny Family Cult film, then you'll be happy to hear that there's actually more. This has become a series on CryptTV's channel now that is currently on its second season. So head over there and give those videos a like to support the series. The reason I liked Mordio so much was because it seemed like it was inspired by the urban legend of a mythical creature known as a Wendigo. The Wendigo is part of Native American folklore. According to the legend, those who resorted to cannibalism would turn into a Wendigo. This film portrays that concept amazingly.
You belong to the Mordio now. Here come the antlers. And now the flesh.
Grieving is a natural reaction to devastating events, but sometimes it's important to be able to move on. The film, Look See, is about a woman grieving the death of her husband and not being able to let go. This refusal to move on has drawn out the horrific creature known as the Look See. Much like Sunny Family Cult, this film also has 2 sequels to it, each just as interesting as the last. These are my personal favorite films from CryptTV, so I really recommend you check these out, and leave a comment saying I sent you. If you're looking for some unnerving horror films to watch, you should really subscribe to CryptTV. They regularly upload new horror films that are very diverse. I'm positive that you will find many good films to watch here. A link to their channel will be in the description. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.